Definitely switching gears, real talk. Maybe the last video for right now, but about to break down and predict Shawn Porter taking on Adrian Granados. Get his name right. A lot of people mad because I got his name wrong. Didn't care, but we back with another one. It's the Boxing Clinic with your boy CJ Goodfella, and we grinding, we rolling. It is what it is. But these two warriors will be fighting on a Deontay Wilder and Bermane Stiverne undercard, and it may well probably be steal the show. Maybe. Also, Sergey Lipinets is taking on some guy from Japan who name I will not butcher and become famous for butchering for the IBF title that Terence Crawford dropped after beating Julius Indongo. Lipinets is a solid fighter as well. Not your conventional Russian fighter or European fighter or whatever he is. Got a nice little slick style to him. But let's speak on this. Shawn Porter could get the Danny Garcia fight. And, was telling people in interviews not to ask him questions. And him and his father about Errol Spence. And said that eventually he can't see himself retiring without fighting Errol Spence. And he don't know how much longer he can make welterweight. And sounds like an excuse to me. But now we hear with him fighting on Adrian Granados. And Adrian Granados was a guy that was supposed to fight Terence Crawford in a quick turnaround after losing to Adrian Broner back in February. They wanted him to come back in May and fight Terence Crawford in New Jersey. That would have been a home fight for Shakur Stevenson. But that was scrapped, and they both end up doing something different. Now we here. I'm glad that the kid, Granados, waited. He probably would have got a bigger payday from HBO, but he wouldn't have been 100%. And, it seems like he want to make a home at 147 pounds after Adrian Broner switched it up on him from 140 to 147 in the middle of training camp. And he looked fairly well. Physically, he looked pretty good. His claim to fame was that he stopped Amir Mah. Amir Mah said he was sick, but Amir Mah hasn't even fully been back yet. Now he will be back because he is part of an unofficial WBC 140-pound tournament for Terence Crawford WBC belt. That includes Victor Postal, Regis Progress, and I think Jose Ramirez, I believe. They skipped over Omar Figueroa for whatever reason that is. But, if you haven't seen Adrian Granados fight, he's a guy that likes to fight on the inside, come forward, press. He's from Chicago. Real brawler type of fighter with some boxing ability. He showed some ability to box and control range against Adrian Broner. Very long guy, very lengthy guy. Even for 147, very lengthy for 140. Most people thought his best weight at 140, but when the opportunity comes knocking, fight a guy like Shawn Porter for the right money, I'm glad he jumped on it. For people that haven't seen Shawn Porter, Porter is a same type of fighter, rugged, rough, tenacious, slugger, and that's Shawn Porter for the most part. Limited boxer. He can't box like Adrian Granados, not even close. Adrian Granados isn't like the great boxer, but he can do it enough to buy some time. Shawn Porter can't do it for any point in time versus, this competition, or let alone even going up to the elite competition. That's not him. But talk about the weaknesses of both guys. The weakness for Granados is just fighting elite competition. He doesn't have the biggest punch. He's not the fastest guy, but he's nasty. He's a tough guy. Seems to have a solid chin. Seems to have the mental and physical fortitude to overcome a lot, and that's gonna make this match very fun. Just being on the big stage, he's just getting used to it. And that's pretty much it. He's just not a top athlete. He's not a top skilled boxer, but he makes up those with intangibles, with tough, the right attitude, mentally strong. He seemed to be. Talk about Shawn Porter's weaknesses, lack of versatility. He has no boxing ability from the outside. If he's not on inside and making it a brawl, he's as useless as a VCR in 2017. Also, another big weakness for him is his jab. His jab is like one of the worst jabs I've ever seen in the sport of boxing. When he throws it good, he has a lot of success, but it's just so shaky, so inconsistent. It's like a terrible jab sometimes, but when he throws it decent, he's close to being unbeatable for the most part with his style. But he rarely throws it, good. So you get my point. In strengths, you talking about Granados, volume puncher. Seems to got good stamina. Seems to got a good chin as well. Good pressure guy. Can hit the body a little bit, and he's long and lengthy. and he got some versatility. That's a strength in his fight. If he can't hang with Shawn Porter on the outside, he can do some boxing things, and he can do some things on the outside a little bit. He's shown in the past, but says he want to take some things from Keith Thurman. I don't see him having that type of ability to do anything that Keith Thurman did for the most part for Shawn Porter. The strength for Shawn Porter is his veracity. You know, he got some intangibles too. He's tough. He has a solid chin. You know, he's a hook master. He likes to jump in with hooks, and therefore he don't like to use his jab. But he's tough. He's a good pressure fighter, one of the better pressure fighters, one of the toughest fighters to fight at 147. His style gives a lot of people issues. And also, for one of his weaknesses, he likes to smother his work and overrun his work and overcommit. And he gets in some trouble sometimes with certain guys who know how to hold and who speak his language on the inside. But, you know, how I see this fight going, you know, pretty much I see Granados, if he says he want to fight like Keith Thurman in this fight, he's going to try to box early. You know, he's going to get drugged into a slugfest anyway. Try to box Shawn Porter. That's hard to keep Shawn Porter at the end of your jab. If your jab isn't, you know, magnificent, and I don't think Granados' jab isn't that magnificent to keep Porter at bay for 12 rounds and outbox him. Even Keith Thurman couldn't do it, but Kell Brook did it. But he had the ability to fight in the pocket and hold and grab and use the 1-2. And if Granados can keep his 1-2 going and mix in some pressure things, he can have a good chance at beating Shawn Porter. And I think Shawn Porter is just going to grind him down, show him that he's the tougher, stronger fighter. I think he's going to have some body attack. You might see a better jab this fight versus a lower opponent. He might flash a jab and then come back behind some hooks, but ultimately he's going to revert to what Shawn Porter is as a grappler, a brawler on the inside. He's going to make it tough for Adrian Granados, and Granados can make it tough on him as well. It's going to be a war. This is going to be a nasty, dirty dog fight. We're going to see who the toughest dog in the fight is, who the pit bull and who's the poodle. And I think, you know, this fight has the potential to be stopped. I've seen Shawn Porter struggle with guys this level, like Julio Diaz, who he had a draw with, and then had another close fight with. For the most part, I think he won clearly. But I see Shawn Porter with a 10th round stoppage just off of pressure, ferocity, and a tough fight, tougher than most people think. But I like Shawn Porter in the 10th round knockout. We gone.